Hi, my name is Mark. On Tuesday, residents in Wantirna South will begin the process of electing a new councillor to the Knox City Council. I went out at the weekend to interview the candidates and spoke first with the Greens endorsed candidate, Steve Raymond, about a number of local issues. First up was the 1 metre cycling rule.
In our current legislation, there is the requirement that when a car passes a bike on a road to leave sufficient or a safe distance. That can be very interpretive and subjective, and from the Greens proposal that's been put at the state level is define it as a metre, and it's a bit clearer for all those involved. So.
Okay, and so as my understanding is, if it's over 60 kilometres an hour, it was 1.5.
Yes, yeah.
So I'm wondering how that will affect motorists on Burwood Highway, particularly around here. I think the speed limit's 80, which would mean they'd have to give.
Yeah. Well, as I say, over 60, you have to give the 1.5 metre distance, and there's provision in the proposal that you can veer over a lane to leave that distance.
Yeah.
It seems to have been a workable proposal in Brisbane and Adelaide have both got it up and running at the moment.
Yeah.
And it seems to have, even on the education side, motorists seem to think metre matters, and it's just added that bit of safety to the cyclists. I'm not sure how their enforcement's going up there. I haven't followed their efforts.
Yeah, okay. I have actually looked that up, and I think they're sort of saying it's too early to tell yet.
Yeah. It's a recent proposal, Brisbane especially.
Yeah. I'm just curious, are you concerned about the impact it might have on traffic flows in peak hours, going into the city or coming back?
I don't believe so. There's Burwood Highway is a good example because there's a lot of cyclists either heading into work or heading up the hills for a bit of training, bit of exercise. It's one of the pathways here in Canterbury Road and Mountain Highway to get up to the hills. So it's quite a busy cyclist road, but I don't believe it'll impact the traffic flow as much. I guess when the law, if it comes into effect, I think there will be a trial, like a trial period where they, maybe they won't enforce it, more in education initially, and then as it becomes part of the motorist's mindset, it'll become more a enforceable issue. But I don't think it'll impact the peak hour traffic.
As a councillor, how will you address this issue? What can you do in your role as a councillor?
Well, I think as part of Knox City Council, there is a proposal for the principal bicycle network, which is main arterials to have cyclists' safety in mind, as well as some bike tracks, but main arterials as well. And I think being a municipal level, the principal bicycle network can tie in nicely with that law. We could be endorsed supporters of the legislation, or a partner of the legislation, or something that we can put it out through educational channels. If councils get to speak at schools or different groups, they could really push the message as well as an educational component.
Cool. And so the next issue I wanted to address was rates.